Alright, here we go. This is a custom 2v2 on Duel between the Carbon team in the upper left, WakeMeUp in the Apache Helix, and Clawz, formerly known as Rabbit Rage, whatever, in the Tomcat Striker and their opponents. The green team in the bottom right, SuperMaxx in the Shark Helix, and NuclearPizza. Eventually the camera will get there in the Shark Neo. It does look like we have pretty normal openings and builds right here on this in this map on this game. So in this game on this map. Either way, the green team now, well, the entire team now starting to converge at mid. Normal kind of dogfighting that you would normally see here. SuperMaxx trying to harass that one tank that was down there. NuclearPizza, will he be able to finish it off? No, Clawz with the body block will be able to pick it up, and NuclearPizza does get finished off, while SuperMaxx setting up a single Seeker over here. WakeMeUp and Clawz now with a slight advantage in that mid fight, not losing that that Longhorn. Although they didn't heal it up or drop any healing units or anything like that, it's still alive. So that's one thing. I don't know if the green team will be able to maybe finish it off though. That's one possibility. Oh, that Book of Knowledge. Pretty cool looking. Does it stay open like that the entire time? I think it probably closes either way. Mid fight is now starting to go down. WakeMeUp doing a quick flyby, not choosing to drop and harass or anything like that. Does look like we have NuclearPizza with a couple of flamers hidden here. He will be able to get this neutralized if it's not responded to pretty immediately. Okay, and now finally Clawz is coming back. But, oh, actually the level 4 creeps. I keep forgetting that the level 4 creeps are here. He will get it neutralized, but he won't really be able to do any much more than that. The one flamer is still alive. He'll easily be able to get away as that Neo, but now him and SuperMaxx, NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx, that is, well, not too much cleared down here at the bottom. And NuclearPizza continuing his attack because he does kind of, I mean, yeah, the natural response would be to refill this area with level 1 creeps, which is what's what spawns out right now. And so the flamer's able to neutralize it pretty quickly to now come back. Will NuclearPizza continue? No, he only has abilities and a Longhorn in his queue. The Carbon team has been able to take this outpost very, very well. Now I was about to say briefly, but they still have it under their control. So they have it. Will they be able to start firing some stuff over? WakeMeUp with a couple bombs. No, it does go back down to neutral. And SuperMaxx and NuclearPizza. Oh, SuperMaxx actually now moving in. I don't know. There's a lot of defenses over here by the Carbon team, and a Ratchet with a couple Longhorn in support. But the green team actually has kind of an overwhelming number of units over here, and they will start to continue to that forward because they were set, I'm assuming, on mass T. Either that or Y switched to T, but now we do have a few Longhorn moving out over here. Oh, actually, those are Gemini. However, the green team has been able to take this mid under their control, and 48 to 39. Green team is a little bit behind in terms of unit count, but where are all the units for the Carbon team? Oh, okay, they're all kind of sitting out over here on the outside. A few Aegis. Or a few artillery with one Aegis over there, and the Carbon team now forced to pull back. 41 to 36. It's still slightly in favor of Carbon team, although it doesn't really look like it. I guess they're stacking tanks over there on the side. Looking at how much stuff is where. You can kind of sense that this is completely unguarded, this is completely unguarded, this is completely unguarded. Pretty much everything else, except for the contested areas, don't really have any defenses. And, AirMech, the reactionary game that it is, you can pretty much get away with that, especially in the high tiers where your reaction time and your mid-map awareness are incredibly good. NuclearPizza getting out of there before getting finished off. And now a couple of artillery coming out. I know NuclearPizza did ask SuperMaxx for a jammer. Sonya is out now down on the field. I think SuperMaxx does have that? No. Oh, it is NuclearPizza actually that has it. Sonya definitely a good choice to put out. Less susceptible to bombing. Pretty much the main way to counter the jammer, which is the counter to artillery, which is a little crazy. But now we do have a okay, now the Carbon team sort of working on the neutrals over here with plenty of artillery firing in, actually. So they will actually do a fair amount of damage if this game doesn't become any more dynamic than it already is. NuclearPizza able to finish off one Moneymaker, but Clawz able to save that next one, so only one finished or killed Moneymaker in that harass. And SuperMaxx trying to kill what he can over here. Might be able to get a Longhorn. No, Clawz is there. No, doesn't decide to pick it up. Decides to drop and body block. Okay, now does save it. SuperMaxx not getting killed. Almost actually getting killed just there. Carbon team with a pretty fair artillery line. Let's see how many they have out over here. One here, one here, one here, one here. About 4 to 5. Now they are moving in. WakeMeUp quickly ferrying a grinder over. I see that's a little bit early. Oh, but the second one goes down. So, okay, that was pretty much exactly on time. Longhorn are moving in. Now NuclearPizza almost getting killed, but it does look like the Carbon team will probably be able to overrun the green forces over here. The Grinders doing lots of destruction, creating quite a lot of chaos. Really, really hard to keep up with Grinders, to be quite honest. Oh, the defensive artillery now, or at least repositioned to be defensive artillery for that green team. The Carbon team getting pretty good surround. I would assume, yes, a couple of infantry coming in for WakeMeUp. This will go up to Carbon. And now the green team, SuperMaxx did get finished off. The green team getting pushed way back, 54-23. The Carbon team could actually even probably continue the pressure because there's not really anything defending on that right forward on the green team, and WakeMeUp getting that finish on NuclearPizza. So now it's only SuperMaxx here at this point, and NuclearPizza says GG, it's Imba. And now more artillery going up. Does look like the green team is kind of getting pushed way far the hell back. And now SuperMaxx grabbing the box, though. It is 5-12. Wow, the box has been out for about 45 seconds now with no one picking him up. Does look like SuperMaxx will probably go for the next one, I would assume. Either that or he assumed that the right one has already been grabbed by the Carbon team, but it does look like the Carbon team still making their way up forward here. The Grinders going down, or even an artillery weirdly getting placed right here does get finished off, but either way, the Carbon team is still way ahead, 50-26, and does look like NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx will lose this entire area. So, yeah, WakeMeUp and Clawz just moving in methodically and continuing to be aggressive, continuing to control the pace and the the aggression in this game where the pressure is going down. They will secure this forward outpost. The middle outpost is pretty secured still, and now they won't. They have not stopped moving out. They are now going to move to either the fort for the kill or going to switch to T and hit that close. So now it does look like the green team is making a pretty, or reacting pretty standardly here and putting down some defenses. It's not switching to T right now. Oh, Clawz does actually switch it. I don't know if that was a good decision, to be quite honest, because this was defended only with 2 tanks, and this, bunkered infantry, and I think our defense is starting to go down here. So it does look like their forces are kind of getting split. It does look like NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx will be able to hold off this close, but this is a lot of tanks coming for their fort. Even though they hold out, they'll probably eventually lose this close. They kind of have to choose between doing one or the other, defending the close or going for the fort defense. And NuclearPizza, oh my god, he brought the box all the way back here and dropping it right there, so he will get a little bit of blocking, but I would say probably the 20,000 credits is worth more than the blocking box. So I'd probably want to just sell that off and try to queue up as much defense as possible. But I guess when desperate times call for desperate measures, and at this point they really need to survive this attack, and they're actually doing a pretty good job there at about half health, but have killed pretty much all of the Carbon units. Clawz actually now going for this last corner post. This forward's still pretty well surrounded, or not well surrounded, but still well within the Carbon team's control. However, the close outpost has not gone to the Carbon team quite yet. NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx still holding out, able to finish. Oh, SuperMaxx will be able to finish off the Longhorn brought over here. Has Clawz decided to follow up? No, now they are just starting to defend up a little bit, playing it a little bit safer. And NuclearPizza, scouting a little bit behind enemy lines, was able to snipe one moneymaker on that forward socket. Not that substantial, but anything that you can get, especially at this stage of the game, is pretty much worth doing. WakeMeUp trying to harass whatever he can, but does get chased away by SuperMaxx and his Helix rockets. So now NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx are actually ahead in the upkeep. So I would sense kind of a counter. Okay, coming out before I can even finish my sentence. Counter push sort of coming out. Where are they going? Does look like they're going with a mass T. So they looks like these units after. Oh man, and the heavy mines going off. Oh, but more attack going down by the Carbon team over here. But SuperMaxx and NuclearPizza are completely fine to actually handle this. It does look like they are overwhelming WakeMeUp and Clawz in this area, and the forward will go to the Carbon team probably. I would think. I think so, actually. Or not the Carbon team, the green team. My color blindness is still overwhelming me at this point. But it does look like, yes, the green team will be able to take their forward back. Wow, wow, wow. And now WakeMeUp is moving out. Oh, no, I don't know about this. You are overwhelmed in numbers at this point. So is he going for that forward? It does look like he is setting it on T. He really needs team support, but he goes down to NuclearPizza, and it does look like this push will be completely shut down. There are a lot of defensive tanks over here. And at this point, NuclearPizza stasising down, and Clawz getting finished off by Seeker, and SuperMaxx probably doing quite a lot of damage as well with his Helix missiles. And it does look like the green team is starting to make quite the comeback. Now they are going to probably the next outpost, which is that mid. A mass T to mass T to mass T would probably work pretty well. WakeMeUp trying to handle whatever units he can, but without his teammate in support, who is now just coming back to the fight, probably will lose that mid. And we are kind of back to square one, back to where pretty much back to where we came from, with the green team having a pretty good surround on this middle outpost. The carbon team starting to but at this time though, it's much different from before, because it's 13 and 55. The carbon team is way behind, and the green team doesn't really have to do too much more at this point besides just kind of what I said before, mass T to mass T to mass T. And now they will get an easy surround on this forward. I don't know if they said okay, these are going for a forward attack. And even though WakeMeUp and Clawz, if they can even successfully defend here, they don't really have any units to support a defense at either this close or this forward. So the green team can kind of pick and choose what they want to do for the most part, I guess. They have been able to take this forward under their control. It doesn't look like WakeMeUp and Clawz. No, I don't know. I really don't think they'll be able to actually take care of this. They are trying to neutralize this forward, which is probably a good decision, but at this point, the priority really needs to be on surviving this attack. SuperMaxx and NuclearPizza are both here. They are down to about 2/3 of their life, and NuclearPizza dropping the horrified face. I guess that's kind of the only way that I can think of how to describe it. But GG's going down by both sides, and it does look like NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx making a huge unit push. You know, I don't even want to call it multi-pronged, because it was just one big massive unit blob going from post to post to post, steamrolling every single defense that each player had. And that is going to be it. SuperMaxx and NuclearPizza taking this custom 2v2 on Duel over WakeMeUp and Clawz. Great comeback. Pretty much Clawz and WakeMeUp kind of went a little hyper aggressive, sort of throwing their units away. Honestly, that kind of should be the winning methodology at this point. Sadly, Defender's advantage is still really strong. NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx were able to hold out, and the constant pressure, the constant aggression actually backfired on both WakeMeUp and Clawz there, and kind of them moving in, not as much of it as a team, but more of kind of an individual players. Didn't really push at the same time, I guess, together as much as SuperMaxx and NuclearPizza did. So that's how that comeback happened. And once again, great job by NuclearPizza and SuperMaxx for pushing all the way back from their close to take this game. If you have any great games, you know what to do. That online form's completely automated. Share it with the rest of the community, or just, let me have it. Either way, it's your choice. That's what the entire form is for. That's what the Clawz is for. And yeah, definitely want to see your great games. And play more AirMech. Can't stress that enough for sure. All right, guys, this is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.